We have about 30 odd people who joined us. So before people join in, I thought I will also give some update on what we are doing and why we are doing this call. So as you all know, Rahul, who heads our technical derivative research in JM and with the 17 years of experience in capital markets, we have curated a portfolio called Golden Circle, which captures the equity market outlook and the future opportunities from a technical perspective. Rahul runs his whole ideation point of stock ideation. We try and bring it to our clients to see if these stocks can generate returns, where we manage it through our research analyst, and from the sales side, we will be fronting the relationship. So that's the whole objective of this call. Before I start the call, I will also give a broad perspective as an organization, what we are doing and what are a couple of things which can be of meaningful use from a wealth perspective. I am Senthil Nathan. I head the South business for the wealth business for JM, and I had come on board in JM about a year back. So I thought we'll do this call to introduce ourselves and to showcase a couple of things. What we do are unique. From a JM perspective, the pedigree of JM is largely investment banking. So when you look up to us as an organization, I think when it comes to unlisted and pre-IPO, our strength is one of the best in the country. We also do a lot of good high-yield NCDs because of our investment banking strength. I think that is another edge we can bring on table valuation to our clients. And there is a good offshore proposition which we do, which can be of good proposition to our clients who can wanting to look at offshore investments. And obviously our equity research is very strong. So these are a couple of niche areas what we can bring value to the client's table. So one of the areas what we want to focus today is on the direct equity piece on the technical side. I thought we'll invite Rahul to talk about it. So that's an objective of the call today. Thanks for taking time out and joining us this evening. And after the session, please feel free to ask questions where Rahul will be able to address the questions as much as possible. Over to you, Rahul.
Yeah, thanks, Senthil, for that introduction. Very warm welcome to each one of you. The problem that we are trying to solve with Golden Circle is, do we have a diversification in your portfolio which captures the short-term side of the market? So with Golden Circle, the idea is to create a diversification which participates in these micro cycles that happen every 3 months. So if you see 2025 so far, we've had 2 bull markets and 2 bear markets already. Like for example, January, February, March was a period where we had a bear market. April, May, June was a bull market. After that was a bear market, and now again in the last 3 months so far it has been a bull market so far. So markets are changing very rapidly, and if you are a buy and hold investor, typically in the mutual funds or AIFs or PMSs, the way they operate is 1 year and above. So Golden Circle is that product which focuses on the so-called short-term side of the market, and with the help of technical analysis and artificial intelligence. So how we do this? The idea is simple, that let's say the month begins, we have a view on the market, whether the outlook is positive or bullish or bearish. And once the view is established for the Nifty index, based on the artificial intelligence, based on the multiple indicators that we track, right from flows to traditional technical analysis to what is happening on the derivative side, all combined together, we have a view on the market. And based on that view, then we look for pockets of the market where money can be made. So last month, October, we had a buy signal on the market, and this was again, the search began for which are the pockets of the market that can do well. So the answer was a screaming buy on mid caps. So the mid cap index in the last 1 month is up around 7-8%. So these are the short term ideas where we are playing basket investing. Just like in cricket, you have multiple batsmen. Not every batsman has to score a century. Even if one batsman scores a century or 2-3 batsmen score half centuries, India wins the match. So similarly, in investing also, if we are able to have a basket of stocks which can do well and averaged out if the basket performs, our goals are established. So here the differentiator is time and the differentiator is basket investing. And for some of you who would want would have a risk appetite for leverage, we can include leverage as well. It is not a compulsion, but just in case if you want to magnify the outcome, we can take the leverage via the SEBI MTF route as well. The SEBI MTF route is simply where I can buy the same stocks via paying less, and whatever the amount is funded by the broker. So, without further ado, I'll just open the presentation, the product note that we have, so that you can also have a visual feel of how things have been, especially in the last 6 months and the last financial year, where the returns were phenomenally high. So let me just start screen sharing. So this is Golden Circle, the product that we recently launched this Dussehra. This is the flagship product of the equity research team at JM Financial. I head the equity research team, and in terms of my profile, I have been in the markets for 19 years now. Worked with marquee organizations like Kotak, Motilal Oswal, Centrum Wealth, and etc. And also the face of the organization on various media channels as well, like CNBC, Awaz, Zee Business, and the likes. My core strengths are, trying to find these short-term opportunities in the market, and so far, markets have been kind. So, just a brief summary about what I do as an individual, and the team is comprised of total 16 analysts in all, right from fundamental to technical to derivatives to even currency and commodities as well. So, we've got a gamut of different brains working together, essentially, trying to find the best available opportunity in the market. So, what is Golden Circle? So, Golden Circle is essentially a deep integration of JM research on the broking platform. So these are carefully curated strategies which are backed by research and professionally executed. So how we do it is, this is done on your broking account. So we open your broking account at JM, and these transactions are done in your individual account. There is no overlapping or mixing or I would say pooling of funds or securities that is done, which is generally done in mutual funds. So here that flexibility is completely there. And secondly, because the flexibility is there, I can also move the toggles in terms of the exposure as well. So let's say in a particular quarter you are not comfortable with the market, I can reduce the exposure in that particular quarter for your individual account. Or in a particular quarter you would want to maximize the available opportunities in the market, we can also up the cash deployment in that particular quarter and increase our strategy from conservative to aggressive. So these are the toggles that I can do because we are doing this in the broking account. And on the other side, you have a professional team which is, working round the clock in identifying these pockets of the market where money can be made. So why Golden Circle? So Golden Circle is essentially that product which gives you a direct equity experience, but far superior than probably what you would have had so far in the market. So here the entries and exits both are advised by us. It is effectively managed, the market volatility is effectively managed because we adopt a portfolio approach. So here we are not taking one or two single stock ideas where they may go right or they may go wrong, but rather it's a portfolio approach, a basket approach, and which is what enhances the risk reward potential of the portfolio as well. Now, the advantage here is, this is the Golden Circle Trinity. So here, the innovation is essentially the AI engine that we are, we have plugged in to identify the market direction in the first place. It's a basket strategy, and then the execution is centralized. So all the transactions are happening in one team. So the team at Mumbai will be essentially executing these trades for you. So the centralized execution is there. The target customers are anybody who are HNI customers, esteemed clients of JM Financial, we are purposefully keeping a limit of 100 clients maximum in this product, so that the quality can be achieved instead of quantity. So it's a limited period product where we'll be closing the product very soon. As the way we see it is, it's better to do quality than quantity. And again, the reviews are quarterly in nature, so every 3 months we'll be having a review of how the portfolio has gone. Now, so this is our expertise. So we have the institutional research which covers 200 plus stocks in-house. We have the EBG group, which is the equity broking group, which is essentially or the direct equity umbrella of JM Financial, and below which comes Golden Circle, which is the active management of these portfolios done on the broking platform. Now, this slide is more technical and more procedural. The average holding period for basket is 2 months. So every 2 months we are flipping baskets. So January we buy something, February end it gets an exit. We buy another one, next month it gets an exit as well. So the turnaround time is pretty quick, and it is a mix of diversified and thematic baskets. So if we are very convinced about a particular sector, like let's say PSU banks or reality space, we will get into a thematic basket, or most of the time it will be a diversified basket. Now this year, so far I have the numbers as well. So the way we go about investing in this basket is we take an approach where there is out of 100 rupees that we invest, we typically take 2 baskets at any point in time. So let's say 40 rupees goes into basket 1, which is a large cap basket. Another 40 rupees goes into, let's say, a mid cap basket, and the remaining 20 rupees is kept as cash. Whenever there is a high conviction single stock idea that comes in, we will be taking these under the single stock idea. So I'll share the performance of the single stock ideas as well. So just to give you a preview of what has been recommended, these are stocks like GMR Airport, Larsen and Toubro, which has done very well, Adani Power, which was up 30% in a period of 10 odd sessions. We've recommended stocks like Hindalco, KFintech, Ojas Properties and the likes. So these are very select ideas. We keep around 20 rupees allocated for these kind of ideas wherever the conviction level is high and we feel that money can be made in a quick span of time. So this in short is Golden Circle. The objective is to make money in the short term and have a diversification to your portfolio at the same time. If you have any questions and queries, you can write it down in the chat, and Senthil or one of or the moderator can take the lead and ask these questions one by one.
How does compounding work in investment, and key points which any investor should understand before investing?
Okay, so compounding, it is called the eighth wonder of the world. It is super powerful because the human mind cannot preempt or sort of conceive numbers which get exponentially big over a period of time. So what happens is a 10% return would be a very modest return to have, let's say, but compounded over a period of 10, 20, 30 years, that returns becomes very big. So it is said that if you're growing at 20% per annum, it takes about 3.5 years to double your money. So that is the power of compounding, and once that once the compounding process continues, it is like a tree which sort of grows, becomes very big. But the bigger question to ask is how to not sort of interrupt the compounding, is to not stop the process or change the process big way in between. Let compounding sit for a long time, and the longer you are in the game, the bigger the tree becomes and the bigger the output is. So lots of examples can be there, like for example, even if it is a modest return of 13-14% per annum over a period of 10-20 years, the returns are phenomenal. So compounding is indeed very powerful, and if done consistently over a period of time, that can take your portfolio to a very next level, if I can say that.
What is the minimum investment size?
Yeah, so for Golden Circle, we are having a limited period ticket size of 1 crore rupees. Essentially, this is a product where we'll be keeping it 5 crores as minimum, but just for the month of October and November, which is the first 2 months of the launch period, we are keeping the entry size as 1 crore rupees as margin. And based on the higher side, it is completely up to you. If you are okay with leverage, even leverage is an option where we can take via the SEBI MTF platform. Okay, so one point I did miss sharing is the technical view on the markets and where do we see the markets, especially over the next 1 or 2 months. So technically, this is a market which has become very narrow, which means select stocks are keeping the Nifty high. Small caps are not participating. Mid caps have done their bit, but it has been very select mid caps, the large ones. So the market is essentially very narrow, where the market breadth is indicating that things aren't as good as they look at Nifty level. So whenever such periods have happened, it is very difficult to predict when the flip happens. Last time this happened very clearly, I remember 2017-18 period was there where 10 stocks were keeping Nifty high, but the rest of the market was lagging in a very big way. This time also something similar is happening, and it continued for months at length. So this has been about, if you ask me, we've seen about 12 months of underperformance rather, where globally we have underperformed in a big way. Mid caps and small caps returns have been negative. Now, the biggest triggers for the market are earnings. So Q3 numbers should be good is what our expectation is, which means the January numbers should be good, and market would want to discount that in December itself. Secondly, the trade deal with the US, whenever it happens, should be a booster. There are still shorts in the system by FIs, which means whenever the short squeeze happens, it could be a rally of 500-600 point minimum on the Nifty, around 3x of that on the Sensex. So the direction or view, at least until December and January, which is the next 2 months, is positive. And post that, we'll have to review as to what are the variables in place. So on one side, we have the US markets which are slowing down. In fact, they've started their correction over the last 7 trading sessions. So correction has started over there, although we have outperformed this very small period. But if you see the last 12 months, US markets have done extremely well, hitting new life highs literally every month. In fact, 6 months of continuous bull run we've seen in the US market. So 2 months of pullback is something that we're expecting over there. And on the relative side, we have underperformed for the last 12 months. So we have a lot of catch up to play with the global markets. The likes of Japanese markets, or rather Nikkei index, is up 65% since April till date. SPX or the S&P 500 index is up around 57% from the previous bottom to the current top. So big rally has happened globally. India has not participated in it, and there are reasons for it: earnings contraction, we remaining overpriced, plus better opportunities available on the AI side, or the tech stocks in the US. So there are reasons, of course, but the way we see it forward here is whatever profit booking happens in the West should percolate a bit to the emerging markets, and India remains the risk reward wise one of the better placed markets. So I feel that over the next 2 months we could outperform the global markets and do well. We are expecting a target of somewhere around 27,000, 27,500 if the short covering takes place in a big way. Next 2 months, this is where we expect the Nifty to be. With this current unpredictability, how are you assuring positive returns? Yeah, so we are not assuring positive returns. We're just saying that we've had positive returns in spite of last 12 months being tough for the markets. So we're not saying that we are guaranteeing returns. The returns are subject to market risk. But there is a method to the madness. There is a science that is put behind. There's a process behind the decisions that we make, and so far they have paid us well. So the objective is to keep on finding these micro cycles in the market. Like they say, every bull market has a bear market, and every bear market also has a bull market somewhere or the other. We're trying to find these bull markets regardless of what the broader market is saying or heading. And the intention is to be able to do that over the next 12 months as well from here. Okay, so if there is a crash, will you pull out and save the investment? So generally we follow a 10% stop loss for these baskets that we initiate, and individual stocks also the stop losses are around 10%. So we do follow these stop losses at the basket level. Individual stocks, we don't follow the stop loss because basket is to be treated like a basket. The entry happens together, exit happens together. But let's say if it is a single stock idea like Larsen & Toubro that we bought, it has not, let's say it has done well, but let's say it didn't perform, it went down. So we'll be having a 10% stop loss for the same. So the risk to doing such a strategy is in a period where broader index returns are negative, our returns will also be negative. in a market where markets are sideways, our returns may be positive because we are trying to sort of get the momentum side of the market. And whereas markets where returns are phenomenally good, there obviously we'll excel because it's a long only strategy. We're not going any shorts, and we remain invested in such periods 100% of the capital. So whenever things become difficult, we'll be sitting on cash for sure. There have been times in the last 6 months where we've just deployed 50% of the cash. In fact, in the period of May, June, July, we've also bought gold and silver through the ETF route as well, because equity ideas were not that enticing. So we've gone into gold, silver as well whenever the opportunities have been prudent, and that has also aided in the return as well. So the answer to your question is yes, we'll be sitting on cash whenever it is not a batting wicket.
If I transfer my direct equity scripts, that is my current holding, can you choose what to sell and what to retain, or you prefer only cash investment?
Yeah, we can absolutely do that. So you could share your portfolio with us. We'll do a review of the portfolio and suggest which are the stocks you should be exiting based on the fundamental and technical outlook that we have on these stocks. And whatever cash is generated, we can be utilizing that cash for the Golden Circle product that we have recommended. So yes, existing portfolios are more than welcome. So no worries. In case you have any further questions and queries, feel free to reach out to us. Senthil is there to support you locally. You could also reach out to us directly as well. Any sort of portfolio review you want, regardless of the product, even if you want us to rebalance your portfolio or work on what could be the next possible opportunities in the market, more than happy to help. Whether it is a technical outlook or a derivatives outlook or a fundamental outlook, we can help you with that. Or even if it is an outlook that you want on any of the currencies or commodities, we are more than happy to help. So I would like to conclude my part over here. Thank you for your time on this Friday evening. Look forward to working with you and develop a meaningful relationship along the way. Thanks, Raj. Thanks, each one of you.
Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.